Welcome to Search for Signs. My name is Gary Willing. If this information interests you, please press the like and subscribe button and press the bell for notifications. Today I want to tell you about a Maitreya experience that I had while I was going out to see Benjamin Creme in San Francisco for a conference one year. And Benjamin Creme, when he was alive, he would tour the States, and he would come to New York first, and then he would go to Los Angeles and then San Francisco. And for years, he would come twice a year, once in the summer, once in the fall. And then he had to kind of scale back his touring schedule because he was getting a little too old to make 2 trips a year. But he still came to the States and did this tour well into his 80s. I mean, he tirelessly worked up until the end. I can say that about the man, in which I've never seen somebody of that age working as hard as he did. And this one year, I started going to these conferences in 97. And I think the last year I went was in 2010. And I've always considered myself really lucky to have seized the opportunity to go to these conferences that Benjamin Creme was giving the talks to and stuff. Had a chance to really sit down and talk with him and a lot of times, and he would always answer my questions that I saved up for the whole year. I'd have everything written down that I wanted to ask him about some such and such or whatever. And he was very generous with his time with everybody and everything. But it was always a lot of drama getting there. You know, my flights would be delayed. There was a flight that was canceled one time, and I had to fly to Cincinnati, I think, and it took several hours to even get there, where it normally is just like 3 or 4 hours. This one time, I think it was the first time I went, I was trying to get to the Golden Gate Bridge because the conferences were held in a national park, the Marin Headlands, which is just north of the city. Like literally, like once you get off the Golden Gate Bridge, it's on the other side of a mountain from there. But I got so lost, I went over the Bay Bridge going into Oakland at night, driving down Cesar Chavez Boulevard at night. You know, I don't recommend it. But so this one year, I think it was 2002, I actually flew out there with several of the other members of the Atlanta group, and we rented a car together and stuff like this. So I'm riding in the back seat, and we ended up getting stuck in traffic on 101 going north into the city. And it was really thick traffic because we weren't moving very fast. And I look over and I see this blonde-headed fellow driving a white Jeep Grand Cherokee with gold lettering, and it had golden hubcaps on it, and the bumpers had gold kind of trim around it and stuff like this. And this person ended up being Maitreya. But I tap Ann on the shoulder and I said, Ann, look at this guy. He's playing this trumpet. And this trumpet that he was playing was like about 6 inches long. It was tiny. And there was sheet music that he had on a music stand that was attached to his dashboard or whatever. And I don't know if she waved at him or something, but she got him to look, and he kind of looked over at her, and she cups her ear. Ann cups her ear like she wants him to play some music for us, because we weren't moving. I mean, we were stuck there. And he rolls down his window, and with this little 6-inch trumpet, starts playing "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" on the interstate. Now, I didn't record it, so there's no way for you to verify this, but the trumpet sounded full. It even had reverberation to it, like he was playing in a concert hall. It was the most beautiful sounding trumpet I've heard ever. And I like Miles Davis, but he was way better than Miles Davis. But he played a verse or two of "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" on the interstate, and then the traffic cleared up a little bit, and he drove away, and we waved at him, and he kind of just made this motion. And then I think he got on a cell phone even and drove away. So I don't know if it's illegal to drive using a cell phone in California. I know it is in Georgia, so, but at the time it wasn't, right? And I say this experience to say that, quite literally, Maitreya fulfilled the biblical prophecy of blowing the trumpet before letting us know that the Christ is back. It's not what the Christians expected when you read Revelations, for sure, but neither was it the time that he fulfilled the biblical prediction that he would come back through the clouds, where people were expecting to see him directly coming from the clouds. He flew in a plane, just the same as when Jesus rode in to Jerusalem, not on a horse with a sword and with blaze of glory and stuff, but rode in on a donkey, to fulfill that prophecy, So I don't know if that's what Maitreya was doing, but from a certain point of view, the the biblical prophecy of Gabriel's trumpet letting us know that the Christ is in the world was fulfilled in 2002 in San Francisco, playing "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" for 4 or 5 people. It was an incredible thing. But you take it how it is, and as always, take action. Help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos. Have a great day.